All right, deck tech. Let's see how this works with Lonely Sandbar instead of Glasspool Mimic. Um, yeah. So basically, the idea here is that I think the Glasspool Mimic was pretty good at times. Sometimes it was really good, but the main problem is sometimes we didn't have good creatures to copy. Sometimes also like we didn't have anything to do in the early turns of the game, especially on 1 mana. And like, sure, we can play Lonely Sandbar or what's it called, tapped. Glasspool Mimic tapped. But like, there are some situations where we have a lot of lands and we don't necessarily have a lot to do with our mana early in the game. So yeah, so like cycling Lonely Sandbar seems like a really it's just more efficient. Just being able to pay 1 instead of having to pay 3. And I know what you're thinking, yeah, but like, and it's what I was thinking when I was first putting Glasspool Mimic in the deck, and it's like, yeah, what if you don't have Aether Vial, you just play it tapped, and if you do have Aether Vial, then just hold it in your hand. I think the only problem with that is just that even when you're holding it in your hand for Aether Vial, like sometimes situations just don't present themselves where you can like copy something good. I mean, yeah, like the only 2 really good creatures to copy are Master of the Pearl Trident and Silvergill Adept. To a lesser extent, Brazen Borrower if you can copy it. Like Sphelan, if you, in response to a removal spell, can be good, which did come up, but you know, also, but yeah, I think you know what? Actually, I think the methodology is sound behind Glasspool Mimic. To be honest, there are some circumstances where you just have an obscene amount of lands in your hand, like maybe 4 blue sources and 1 Mutavault or something, and one of them's a Lonely Sandbar. But even then, you'd be surprised. Like even like with 5 mana sources, I mean, I guess sometimes you could have like 6 mana sources. In which case, you know, mulliganing the hand seems kind of reasonable. Although with Lonely Sandbar, I think it's probably more reasonable to keep because you're immediately going to cash that in for like a presumably hopefully an on-land card. But yeah, so the methodology behind Glasspool Mimic is sound in that if you don't have Aether Vial, you just play it, and that'll usually fill your early curve playing it tapped. If you do have Aether Vial, you can hold on to it and then like vial it in for 3. I just think the main problem is just that you don't always have a good opportunity to vial that thing in, and yeah, and when you don't, it's just kind of bad, especially when you don't have Aether Vial, and sometimes you're flooding out, which does happen sometimes too. Like, yeah, it's just really bad if you don't have Aether Vial, and then like it's just kind of a land when you don't have Aether Vial, which is not always that bad, but can result in mana flood. So you know the thing about Lonely Sandbar is that I don't know. There's just kind of like a soft spot I have for just cycling through my deck and just I don't know, just seeing lots and lots of cards. And between Lonely Sandbar, Waterlogged Grove, Spreading Seas, Silvergill Adept, Svalun, Repeal, like there's just a lot of incidental draw where we just churn through our deck. Like, you know, makes it more like sure we can't necessarily copy Master of the Pearl Trident, but it does make it more likely we see one of these things. It makes it more likely we see one of our Spreading Seas. I think the methodology actually is sound behind Lonely Sandbar as well. I think it could be either one. I've been surprisingly impressed with Hall of the Storm Giants, at least in the sense that they very rarely screw me. Just like, you know, Den of the Bugbear, I'm actually finding that they're surprisingly free. Like, it's honestly in the early turns that usually coming into play tapped like screws you up the most. So the fact that they don't come into play tapped in the early turns means that they are really mostly free. They're not completely free, but they're mostly free. And there has been some close calls where I have, you know, had the potential to win the game with a giant. It hasn't always come up, but like, I don't know. There's also just something kind of comforting about knowing that like we do have a very, very late game plan. We do have like, you know, really huge giants that can come out of the woodworks if the game goes really long. You know, that may or may not always be relevant, but you know, we'll see. I like the sideboard. I think 3 Dismember, 4 Force Negation. I think makes sense. Yeah, and I think 4 Chalice is just really good. And when the matchups where you need it, you just really need it real bad. Dismember has a 3 of. I mean, yeah, it's a really good card, but it's just you really don't want to draw too many. I mean, Chalice, like, you know, in the matchups where it's good, having like backup copies is usually not that bad in case they remove 1. Well, anyway, I don't know. This deck has been I'm mostly retreading the old results, so let's just get to it. I'll give the shout out to my patrons shortly. Special thanks to them. Thanks to everyone. Please smash that like button, like and subscribe. all that good stuff. And let's you know, hopefully we can we can bring Merfolk into tier 1. I don't know, but hey, 24 lands. I mean, at least I'm not getting mana screwed as often. Hey, what can I say? All right, let's see. All right, match 1. Finally, a real deck. No offense to all those Heliod players, because I ran into some Heliod decks before, and I just don't consider those real games, because that's just not really. I think it seems like mill is way too big a part of the meta for yeah. Well, I'm gonna play this out just because I'm just a little bit concerned. All right. About the lack of Aether Vial, so we shall see. I wonder why the lands need to be snow. Trickster, I guess. I'll probably take Trickster. Creature, artifact, land, instant sorcery. So they've got 5-card Delirium. Well, we at least need to try the Trickster just to, if nothing else, at least reduce it down to 1. Maybe they don't have a removal spell. They are going to be forced to attack whether they want to or not. Let's see. Well, I mean, that's got to be a good sign. Alright, cool beans. I guess they didn't have much removal. Does that mean I can block with Brazen Borrower next turn? That might not be bad. I have a feeling they're Death Shadow, so I'm not so sure that I want to attack. I do kind of hate the way, like, I don't like Death Shadow as a card, not because it's, like, too powerful, but because I hate the way, like, it's ambiguous whether I should attack or not in matchups that may not actually have Death Shadow. Yeah, they got Death Shadow, I guarantee it. Probably by Silvergill, I'm guessing. Although, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, you have to attack whether you like it or not. Alrighty. Okay, we can cut off. We can't cut off black, so maybe we'll work on red. Alright, well, we need to hold up Counterspell for sure. Alright, cutting off red now seems kind of difficult too. Alrighty. We could try to repeal our own Silvergill, but I don't think I'm going to get that frisky. Okay, you got it. Ooh, they got Murktide. Ooh, they got Serum Visions. Maybe they're not a Death Shadow deck. Maybe they rely on like Murktide instead of a Death Shadow. I mean, that seems legit. This thing is like Death Shadow size without having to like lose life, but they're losing so much life that I still strongly suspect they're a Death Shadow deck. Okay, we're repealing the, I wonder why they went after me when they have an untapped, Yeah, anyway, so we're gonna... We could actually go after this, land. Isn't it the same thing? Yeah, it's the same thing, but we can... Yeah. Yeah, same thing. Just we can deal 2 more damage here. Okay, that's fine. We are card advantage central here. And with Counterspell backup, I've never felt more secure. I think we got this on a lock. I don't want to jinx it though. Yep. Man, we just pulled so far ahead somehow. Dang. Main deck Counterspell. Also, like 24 lands, very, very critical there. Chalice for sure. Relic. They don't have Luris. They do have Murktide, but yeah, Chalice for sure. I think Force Negation for sure. Probably have big spells I need to counter. Probably Dismember, and I'm happy to have just 3. Okay, the reality is I think we only need one master. And we only need... I don't think we need any Spreading Seas. Trickster came in so clutch there. So did Brazen Borrower. Man, Repeal's going to be good too. So this is kind of tricky, pardon the pun. Yeah, maybe we don't need Dismember. I mean, it is going to become a dead card later in the game. Alright. And I guess this is how we do it. So far, 24 lands has just seemed very, very solid. I'm calling this Death Shadow until further notice. Ragavan does everything a Raga can. Dang it though. This is where Dismember could have helped. Hopefully they don't reveal like Spreading Seas. I guess Spreading Seas wouldn't be too bad. Would draw them a card, but other than that, it's not too bad. Man, the value here is just insane. Yeah, play it. And see, this is my essentially 21st through 24th land. I mean, look at how like this land single-handedly makes this hand keepable. whereas otherwise it wouldn't be. Annoying. Ragavan, Ragavan, does everything a Raga can. Look out, here comes the Ragavan. Storm Giants, da, 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 da. It's multiple giants somehow. Alright. Last time they didn't have any removal somehow, so maybe this time they won't have any removal too. And at least every time they're trading removal with Silvergill Adept, that's a 2-for-1. I mean, Silvergill Adept is always a 2-for-1, so... In a way, I'm kind of glad actually we don't have Dismember in the deck, because like I don't think any of these cards are cards I would have taken out, and Dismember probably would have become a dead card from taking too many shots from these things. Okay. Look out! Here comes the Ragavan. All over Ragavan. Murktide. We do have Brazen Borrower, thankfully. Okay. I think I'm gonna take some time off to try to stick this. Now, hopefully they don't reveal Brazen Borrower. If they reveal Repeal, that's fine, because they can't actually play Repeal profitably. I'm going to take a lot of damage here. 8 damage to be precise. I mean, I do have an out to Murktide. And Chalice does give me an out to everything else. All over Spider-Man. Arcanist, Arcanist, Arcanist. Does everything an Arcanist can. Okay, I might have to repeal to search for another land. But then I just die. All over Spider-Man. I feel kind of like I'm overdue for an untapped land, and there's only 3 other untapped lands in the deck. Man, but the problem is they can put a creature in their graveyard, then any instant or sorcery. So I'll take 4, go down to 3. That's like kind of unacceptable as is. Even if I return this to their hand, though, they could. Okay, yeah, we have to get Ragavan back. Yeah, we have to get Ragavan back. All right, sweet. To play around drawing on a lock, I think we have to do this now. They can definitely build up to replay it, so we're not out of the woods, but that gave us the best chance of possibly coming back. If they've got an instant and Ragavan that they can play in a Chalice, I would recommend they do that to pump the Dragon Rage. Otherwise, I might be able to set up a situation where I can block with the Brazen Borrower. Or they can just replay the Murktide. It'll be a 3/3, but that'll probably be enough. Well, if it's just a 3/3 though, I got my Brazen. They could just feed an instant in there to just make it cheaper, and then remove it to pump it. Not sure why they had to pay 2 into Chalice. I think 1 would have sufficed. Actually, I can force a negation if they play an instant or sorcery. Alright, let's see. If I draw an untapped blue source, yes. Yeah. Not sure why I tapped the Mutavault now that I think about it. It is what it is. I need to present the Brazen Borrower as a blocker. But now I take 1 more damage from the Dread Horde than needed. But in reality, I don't know. Slight miscalculation here. Alright, before it has flying, I gotta block it. And if they play an instant, I have to force a negation. Oh, too late. Alrighty. I guess next turn I'll set up for the block. Maybe it's better to save the force negation for something better. Okay. That can be good. Now look, the problem here, I'm just going to say it right now. Alright, well, I really hope they don't have Kolaghan's Command, because this is the best I could do. Alright, they think they're slick, but we almost got them, just had a really funky hand. Alright. I think we can get them good with this configuration. Come on. Alright, yes. Man, 24 lands. This hand just has nothing. 24 lands and this hand has nothing. I guess that is why we ultimately play 24 lands, right? So we can complain when we have to still mulligan for not having lands. Yeah, that is actually the reason. Okay. Alright, well. I think I have to put this and this. Or maybe this and this to the bottom. I just need to defend the chalice and I think I'll be golden. In this way I'll have it defended on my upkeep or on their turn. Always have Mishra's Bauble. Alrighty. Well, if I would have known I'd draw that, I would put that on 0. I don't think there's a point in putting it on 0 anymore. I mean, they've already gone through 2 of their Mishra's Baubles. I don't know that I'm ever going to play another one, though, on 1. But you never know. Yeah, Arcanist can't do much without 1-drops in the graveyard. I'm regretting putting that repeal to the bottom now, but I do like the way I'm pretty protected here. You know, I will put a Chalice on 0, and I'll explain why. Because this protects against future baubles, but it also protects against engineer explosives on 0. I don't think they have any colorless sources, so I don't think they can actually play engineer explosives. They would need 2 colorless sources to put it on 2. But also attack for 0. Yeah, I just need a repeal or something. I guess I shouldn't have put that repeal to the bottom. Yes, exile that, no. Counterspell might be saving me from Murktide, though. There's a lot of cards I could draw to get me out of this. We will see. Maybe I'll force a negation that. Then they Murktide. It is what it is. Hopefully they draw 2 1-drops. They can't play. Well, that's got to be a good sign. So I'm going to play it for the Surveil. Or not. Man. I guess I was fairly confident I could draw into more bounds. Maybe overconfident. Oh, thank God. I don't know what this is, but at least I can counter it. Okay, now I just have to keep taking it. I hope I don't die from like 1 damage hits from Arcanist. It could happen. Hopefully they reveal another 1-drop they can't cast. Well, I got that covered multiple ways. Probably force, pitching force, I guess. Force pitching Silvergill, maybe. No, force pitching force. I think I have to cycle this, because at the end of the day, I just need more Merfolk. Well, I guess there's another force. How much Merfolk do I have left in my deck? I still got most of them. Alrighty. And they very well might have hit more baubles by now. Well, at least this is a blocker. It's not perfect, but it is a blocker. I just can't deal with double Murktide, but anything else, that's pretty much should be fine. Oh, thank goodness. It's about time. Kept you waiting, huh? Alrighty. Whew. Do we bounce that into turn? That is the question. What does bouncing that ultimately get us? We'll take if they attack. Okay, good. Let's be patient. Alright. This is good. This is very good. I think we start pulling ahead unless they like end a turn Kolaghan's Command and then our turn Murktide and then their turn Murktide. Alright, I think this is where we start pulling ahead. I could play a backup Chalice, now that we don't have to worry about EE. Yeah, I can take another hit. I can take another hit. Okay, and they just give up. Okay. Alright. Alright, we take... Hey, that wasn't pretty, but we take the game against Grixis, whatever this deck is called. Alright. Alright, match 2 against Rorschach, and hey, we have 2 Aether Vials, so that means we have some protection against discard and prismatic ending. May not be the best protection ever, but we have some protection nonetheless. Alrighty. With 24 lands, I feel confident enough I should be able to draw some more. Alright, looks like it's the blue-red Murktide deck. Alrighty. Yeah, and I'll play Aether Vial, just because it's going to be pretty good to have this on 3 and 2. Alrighty, Surveil. They're already getting Delirium just from this. Yep. Alright, monkey time. I could try to Spreading Seas the Islet while I can, but I kind of like the idea of trying to set up a block on monkey. Alright. I think this is what we do. And we're going to try to block with a Lord. Yes, I know. I know. And we'll see. Although I can't play the well, I guess they can off of their treasure. Oh, they can Spreading Seas me if they want. I'm not. That's not the worst thing in the world for me. I turn on my Counterspell. Okay, I'll take it. That's actually not half bad. Maybe I should have tried to double block with the Mutavaults, but this actually turned out okay. Part of me wants to hit this, but the other part of me realizes that I have to go Brazen Borrower. And I also don't want to tap out for Counterspell. Dreadhorde Arcanist. That's kind of a beating. Yeah, I should have held back Brazen Borrower so that we could get Murktide, but we may actually be able to draw into one. I think I may have to attack just to try to draw into another Petty Theft. Well, first let's cycle as such. Alright, here goes nothing. Geronimo! Yeah, so I think we didn't respect Murktide enough. We should have held back with and we should have just tried to double block the Ragavan. Chalice. I don't think we need Spreading Seas. Trickster for sure. I honestly don't think we need Master. Now the question is are we going to play Relic or are we going to play Dismember? Or are we going to play Force Negation? Each of these is an incredibly justifiable option. I just know from experience Relic is so good in this matchup. I also hate their removal spells, though. Everything's so low to the ground, I don't think Force Negation is at its best. Yeah. Playing Relic of Progenitus, folks. There's a little bit of a non-bow here with Chalice, but each one of these is good enough that I think it's worth it. It's kind of like having 8 Hail Mary, 8 okay, now this is what we're talking about. I just don't think this is going to be the game for Relic. It's hard to pass up an Aether Vial. Maybe I should have, I'm not going to lie. That is a possibility. It's a possibility, playing Relic under Chalice would have been better. But just Aether Vial opens up a lot of possibilities. That sucks, but I have to play Chalice. This is why Chalice is in the sideboard, because sometimes, like in the main, you know, that's just too unfortunate there. Hopefully they don't play Prismari Command. They're playing something. Oh, I don't know why they didn't wait till our upkeep, but whatever. I guess we can play Aether Vial now. I have to bounce Ragavan. I just can't take another hit from this thing. And maybe I draw into a 2-drop Merfolk. Who knows? Come on, another Chalice. I might as well put this to 3, right? But what if I draw a Silvergill? Wishful thinking, I think. Probably I'll try to block, and then I'll use the Mutavault to play Petty Theft. I have 6 cards. I guess I'm just so mana flooded. I need something powerful. Always no yes. Always no yes. Well, I don't know. This might be a blocker if they enable Delirium. I don't know. Instant sorcery. I don't have creature or land in there, but we'll see. We have to save Petty Theft for well, that's a thing. Yeah, at least I've got Relic. Relic helps out a lot. Yeah. For my 6 basic islands. Go figure. I guess Mana Flood still is technically possible. Even though I only have 8. I only have 6 basic islands, and I only have 8 cards that have like no or limited margin. That have like no or limited margin. You know, utility. Okay, they're Murktiding. At least I can petty theft. Alrighty. Why? I did not mean to... Yeah... I'll probably keep saving these for petty theft, because I mean, we know they've got a Murktide. Yeah, I guess that is what it is. You can probably petty theft that at least for one turn. The Arcanist, I mean. Always no, no. Always no, yes. Man, disheartening. Maybe I shouldn't have played out my last land, but my last land was a Mutavault, I think. Wasn't it? Yeah, it was Mutavault. Can't exactly hold Mutavault back. Yeah, I don't want to lose the Mutavault. Or by lose the Mutavault, I meant lose the Mutavault to this thing becoming a 3/3, and I didn't want to chump block with the Mutavault. Hope they're not playing Fire and Ice. Yeah, see, and that makes it that makes them have Delirium. Hey man, I'm not gonna lie. This is a little frustrating. I've got so much utility, but I'm just drawing nothing but mana sources this game. Guess I have to try to block. I don't know though. I don't know about this. There's 6 cards in their hand. I think I mulliganed to 5, didn't I? I mulliganed to 6, I guess. I bet they think this is just how Merfolk rolls, but not with my deck. I drew 5 of my 6 islands. Just forget about this. Match 3 and G. I hate it when the I hate that last game was the most frustrating thing ever. Frickin' drawing 5 of my 6 basic islands. Like, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, this is where Lonely Sandbar is gonna probably be worthwhile to cycle. I've got a lot of mana here. This gives me something to do on turn 1, and I obviously want to play these untapped, so I'm going to play these out. Excuse me, I was holding the microphone a little far away. Alright, that's fine. Alrighty. We get to play End of Turn, Trickster. Also known as Tricky Dicky. But yeah, see, I like the way I could cycle that for 1 mana, so I don't have to wait till... Okay. I mean, these are mostly just, you know, islands anyway. Alright, Trickster. I guess I'll play Svelin. I mean, I've got no way to kind of set it up, so I'll just jam it. And, you know, I think if they're Jeskai control, this is basically going to take Path to Exile to deal with it, which they might have. Yep, looks like they do have. But at least that, you know, gives me extra mana. Okay, I can Brazen Borrower it because they haven't actually gained any card advantage, so yeah. So I will do that. That was a good... I think that was the right play, though, to play Jason Uptick, because the most likely scenario for me is that I had Master of the Pearl Trident, and then I could have picked Jace off. But it just so happens that instead I had Brazen Borrower. Alright, bye-bye Mutavault. Alright, that's fine. I'll play Hall of the Giants tapped. And I can actually attack for 7 next turn. Now Path to Exile on this is kind of brutal, but pretty much only Path deals it with it at instant speed at least. And it has Ward 3, so... I think I'm going to counter that because now I just win. Now I just attack with Storm Giants, and that's just GG. Ooh, they're thinking the same thing as us. They're thinking things. Alright. Hope I then have Solitude. Nice. Hey, Hall of the Storm Giants, it did something. Can't say Hall of the Storm Giants doesn't do anything, right? Alright. Ready. Alright, all 4 Force Negation. Get in here. We love you guys. We'll love ya. I don't think, believe it or not, I don't think we need Master of the Pearl Trident. And let me see. We need at least 12 Merfolk. So we need Silvergill, Trickster, Svaelun. I like Trickster because it's instant speed. I kind of like Brazen Borrower because it's instant speed. And it was good that game. But Relic is probably better. And Spreading Seas could be good on their utility lands. Plus it's just good with Repeal. Yeah, I know it's weird because Brazen Borrower was really good that game, but I just think in most games, Relic's going to be better. Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I don't know about Repeal. You know what? Yeah, I think Repeal has been good for me in the past against Control, but actually it's a little gimmicky because sure you can try to save your creature from removal, but since it costs 3, a lot of times they can cast another removal spell in response or counter it, and that's oftentimes what happens. Not always, but that's oftentimes what happens. So I just kind of like the idea of being able to play it as an instant. It's just very strong, being able to play stuff at the end of their turn. Alright, we'll keep. Alrighty. Hall of the Storm Giants. Hall of the Storm Giants. Alright. And I guess this is where it'll come in handy, because I can... Nah, I'll definitely play the Trickster in a turn. And I'll probably play this as a land, realistically, just because we're pretty short on lands. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, still better we did it on their turn. Alright, let's play this out. Alright, Tricky Dicky. Merfolk Trickster. Alrighty. Man, Hall of the Something Giants is tempting. But all B, man, this is their only source of anything other than blue. How am I not supposed to get tempted by that? That's fine by me. And hopefully that means that they're kind of short on white mana. Otherwise, I don't know why they'd feel the need to do that right then and there. Alright, we can do that next turn. Then we probably have to go after Castle Vantress. Or maybe Plains. Now we'll go after Castle Vantress. Now I think I probably need to cycle and in a turn. No, I'll definitely play Brazen Borrower. Target player draws 2 cards. You know, I would counter, but the problem is I'm a little bit worried that they're playing those angels. I think I can let them draw 2. That might have been a mistake, but I think we can let that happen. Alright, that's fine. I probably should have just hit their hill giant thingy. Because actually, that's you know, I'm not used to playing against this thing on the other side. That actually could be kind of a problem. Alright, we're going to cycle it into turn. We're going to keep up lots of stuff. We need another Spreading Seas, actually. Yeah, that was a mistake to go after the Triome. I was probably worried about like Merfolk Trickster or something, but even that, like, I guess Harbinger of the Tides would be the worst. Alright, they're going for it. Alright, now let's Sandbar. Let's sacrifice. Alright, well, I guess you rue that day. We will play out Svalin. We can take another hit, and we're just digging real hard for another Spreading Seas, I guess. Trickster might help slow things down too. Man, this is where Repeal actually could have been good, but I don't know. Supreme Verdict. Okay. I think taking off a turn to do that was probably the right thing for them. Well, this was definitely just what the doctor ordered. And I have double counterspell, double force negations. That is good. Definitely should not have played Spreading Seas on the Triome. But I guess maybe all's well that ends well. We shall see. I'm going to counterspell that. No, I'm going to force negation that. And I'm going to force a negation that. Alrighty. I should have just double counterspell, but the problem is I'm a little worried that they've got like an angel or something. Yeah, I guess no. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll give it some rest. We're not necessarily generating too much value either. Oh, we're definitely force negating that. Nice. This is how we pull ahead. This is how we pull ahead. Na 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 na. Yay. Alrighty. Nice. Somehow we got 2 creatures on the battlefield, 3 cards in hand. So like, and we got a number of counterspells in our hands. So I think we're pretty good shape. Silvergill. Alrighty. Not yet. See what they do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Just attack. Alrighty. Alright, that is fine. We can get the clock rolling with the Mutavaults. Hmm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play Svelin, and if we do, we got 1, 2, 3, but we don't. No, I think we're better off attacking with 1. Yeah, then we can hold both of these up. That is perfectly fine. Alrighty. And you see, if I was like an arrogant control player, I'd be like, well, why are you still playing, man? That's the way they are sometimes. But then when they're on the losing end, oh, let the salt roll. Because they're never supposed to lose, you know? Control players are like Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like, I never lose. And, you know, I know from experience because I used to be a control player. And I used to think that I could win every single game. Maybe that was what unlocked the competitive side of me, though, because in a way I still kind of feel like I can win every single game if I play hard enough. It's not true, but part of me feels like that, and that definitely helps, I think. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alrighty. It's like countering everything they do. Hopefully they didn't draw exactly Snapcaster Mage. Nice. Alrighty. Jeskai control down. Match 4, 24 lands. This hand has no mana and sucks. Alright, 24 lands. This hand barely has enough mana, and we'll keep and probably complain about getting mana screwed. But that is a really, really cool benefit. Probably the #1 benefit of, yeah, and we don't need 2 reasons, I don't think. #1 benefit of playing 24 lands is that you get to complain more when you get mana screwed. It's really the ultimate perk. I'm telling you right now. It's really the ultimate perk. Alrighty. This looks like another Murktide deck. And we'll get revenge for losing the last one. And I think the complaining about getting mana screwed is going to commence soon. I'm not going to play out the Trickster. Like, why would I? These have, like, way better utility. Well, let's see if they counterspell this. I mean, what else are they holding up 2 blue mana for? But at the same time, I have to hit my land drops. Hey. Yay, I didn't hit my land drops. Let the complaining about not hitting land drops in a 24 land deck commence! Oh, they are Storm. I'm actually a little bit peeved by this because Storm hasn't really been a part of the meta much, so my deck isn't necessarily optimized for Storm. I don't need to see anymore. I'm fine. I believe you, pal. With Chalice, Relic, Dismember, Force Negation. Yeah, at least the entire sideboard comes in. That's gotta help. Repeal is pretty much a nothing burger. Spreading Seas is pretty much a nothing burger. Brazen Borrower is mostly a nothing burger. I think Trickster is a nothing burger. Force Negation. Dismember, Counterspell, Svalin. Man, the problem is that unless I have Aether Vial, well, actually that's where Force Negation can come into play. Yeah, alright. Svalin just really helps if I can start drawing cards with it. Plus, it's another Merfolk to reveal with Silvergill. Yeah, we start having major problems if we go too far down on the Merfolk count. All right, well, we got Force and we got Dismember, so we got 2 pieces of interaction for the matchup. We're not going to Force Negation that. Don't worry, we're not going to Force Negation it. Alright, we're going to Silvergill, get a clock going. Alright, then we're going to play this, hold up Dismember, hold up Force. And I think we might be in okay shape. Yeah. And then next turn we're going to play Svalin, I think. Alright, that'd be nice, but we need to hold up Dismember this turn. Alright, we're probably just going to dismember this. Man, I could play Svaloon, but let's be on the safe side, and let's just attack like this. And I think we're fine to do it that way because we can always exile a card with force. All right, that's fine. All right. Alright, now hopefully they don't remand. That would suck. Alright. Alright, so I mean, I think this was about as good as we could do. We got our force negations up. Shields up. Alrighty. Just ungiven. A braid, grape shot, piece of the puzzle. Okay, here's the deal. I don't want pieces of the puzzle. And I don't want grape shot. Or I don't want a braid. I don't want repeal. Repeal is the most annoying because, well, I guess it's like the same thing as a braid in many ways. Yeah, let's just do that. How about it limits their ability to go off? Yeah. Alrighty. They could return the Svelin. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's attack with this. Draw a card. That is good. I think that's good enough that we can... You see, the problem here is I still can't. Yeah. So let's do this. Alrighty. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Oh, well, well. Let's see what they... I got a feeling this is Empty the Warrens. I have to try to force a negation this, don't I? Oh, thank goodness, no Empty the Warrens. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, tapping out for Svelin seems like a fool's exercise. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. That is fine. Well, I don't know what this is going to lead to, but... Oh, okay. Well, let's try to force a negation that. Yeah, I need more untapped blue mana, so I can't crack the Waterlogged Grove just yet. Always no yes. Always no yes. All of the Storm Giants. Don't think I'm going to attack while tapping out the blue sources, so it is what it is. Man, Baral is a surprisingly robust little blocker here. Alrighty. Svelin. Now we can get to work. Alrighty. Probably cycle this end of turn. Yeah, I'll probably cycle the Waterlogged Grove now, because I do have enough blue mana. No thanks. I definitely would rather not. Probably can't sacrifice Waterlogged Grove just yet, because I can't let them Gifts Ungiven. Okay. We managed to stop them. Alright, and I think we gotta run it back. Man, a Master would have been pretty helpful there. Definitely glad to have all 4 Force Negations back for the for these combo-ish matchups. It's always welcome. Dismember is a little iffy. 24 lands, way too few lands. 24 lands, extremely awkward lands, but... Man, talk about frickin' awkward. Man, I really want Force Negation, but like, I guess I have to put Master on the bottom. All 4 of my only comes into play top lands. At least they come into play top early. So annoying. Alrighty. I don't want to play Chalice on 1. I'm going to play Relic. I'm probably going to cycle one of these and then play the other one. I don't know. I don't know. Alright, well, yeah, that happened. Actually, on second thought, getting to 4 mana is kind of a very legit thing to try to aspire to, given the Chalice. I might just try to go for Chalice on 2. Unfortunately, I think Repeal's gone, and so are Brazen Borrower, so I can't necessarily capitalize too hard on it. But man, Chalice on 2 is going to shut me down hard too, that's the problem. Could go Chalice on 1. Dang man, Chalice on 2. I think that's just a little too brutal. I'm going to try to go Chalice on 1. Alrighty. Play out the lands. Dang man, not gonna lie, this is getting a little bit annoying. Alright, now that's more like it. I can finally maybe block the Electromancer. Oh yeah, definitely block the Electromancer. That's like a given. I could cycle one of these, but I'm worried that they've got like a braid or something. I don't know. I think I'm gonna dismember that on their upkeep maybe. Alrighty. Well, that happened. Alrighty. Seven cards in their hand. This is scary. Okay, well, I don't know what on earth's going on over there, but I think I will start attacking. Well, this is dead. Minamo is A++. such a little, like, this is actually where Minamo really shines. This is what Minamo was meant for. Maybe they gotta go for it. Alrighty, keep going, more cards, come on. And that's like not my first pick a card. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I don't know what's going on over there, but whatever it is, seems kind of nasty. I can try to play Chalice on 2. Alright, well, I mean, when is a better time to play it, right? Well, that's gotta be good. It's gotta be close to a lock. I'm a little bit worried about them busting some grape shots through the Chalice. But now they're gonna have to play, yeah, I don't know. Alrighty. Thank goodness for Minamo. What else can I say? Man, Chalice on 0. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I guess I'll wait on cracking Waterlogged Grove, because what can I even play anyway? Alrighty. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Well, that might cost me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Might cost me, but then again, maybe not. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Might be able to counter a bunch of grape shot copies if that's what they're going for. No. No thanks. Alrighty, well I guess we controlled the combo deck. Sweetness. Alrighty, match 5. Let's try it. Alright, hand looks decent. And hey, look, whatever else has been going on, at least I have not felt like we've been losing to Mana Screw. We felt like we lost to Mana Flood that match 2. But, you know, I think 24 lands is kind of a must in this environment where, yeah, where there's so much prismatic ending and, I don't know, lots of stuff. And I'll play Aether Vial, I think just good form here. Well, not much I can do here. I assume they just drew this, or they just drew Ephemerate. Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay. Alright, well, we got a lot of bounce, so. Alrighty. They must not be familiar with our build of Merfolk, because we pack the bounce. Maybe we Trickster at least one turn. No, let's just do this. This way we can use our mana most efficiently. Alright, and we'll tricky trick. Alright. Definitely we're gonna tap that down. Alright. Alright, always no, yes. And no. Alright, so we're looking for Repeal or Brazen Borrower. Alright, well these aren't Repeal or Brazen Borrower, but they are something. And I think we can you know, continue to draw a little bit. Alright. Well, eventually I assume we will find the rainbow. Hopefully no Sword of Fire and Ice or Batterskull. Batterskull will be a little easier to deal with. Well, they're gonna get something. Question is what? Not bad. If I draw another Spreading Seas, I could maybe cut them off of white. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't seem to be afraid of a Lord at all. No. Alright, let's put the Silvergill in play. Well, I mean, I don't know what to say other than that. Let's see, 4, 4, 4, 16. We'll reduce them down to 2. That's pretty low. Yeah, that means they can't shock in, so that's got to be good. Alrighty, nice. Alright, black-white, I'll call it Ephemerate. You know, I'll call it black-white good grief, because we didn't see Ephemerate. I'm pretty sure they've have it, but I think good grief summarizes this pretty well anyway. I kind of like Counterspell. Maybe we'll just have that as a one-of, and then play Dismember. Yeah, we'll just do our best. Actually, maybe we'll play a one-of Chalice at least. Yeah, I like the idea of a one-of Chalice for Ephemerate. For Mario. Alright. The cake is a lie. Well, well, well. Mario's cake has come. Let's keep. I mean, this might also stop like path and stuff. I mean, exactly as a one-of, it might be okay. Very hesitant to play this as any more than a one-of. Alrighty. I mean, I guess we'll play Chalice, right? This turns off the Ephemerate combo. Yes, it turns off our Aether Vials, but that's all it turns off, and they already dealt with one, and we have 24 lands. I think we'll be okay. This actually turns off our repeals, though. Yeah, see, that's why I only have this as a one-of. Hey, they want to take it? Fine. I had mixed feelings about this anyway, to be honest. And it's all thanks to you, Mario. Alright, Charming Prince. Scry 2. Hey, this will create a 0/0 token. Unfortunately, it'll die as soon as it comes into play, but I think it'll happen. So I think it'll trigger stuff that triggers on stuff dying. That's cool. Unfortunately, I don't have much use for a 0/0 token. I guess I might as well just prevent it from attacking, I guess. Should I? Should I attack? I don't know what they're playing exactly. That's the thing. We didn't get to see a lot of their deck last turn because we spreading seas them so badly. I've got a feeling they may have some way to kill Svelin, so I'm gonna try to set up Svelin instead of just playing it out there. Alrighty. Well, now Svelin is technically indestructible. I don't know that that matters. They might play that card like Vanishing Verse, but I think that exiles, doesn't it? I can't remember. I'm not sure if that. I can't remember if that destroys or exiles, but I don't know. They might play some kind of destroy effect. Like they might play Damn. Yeah, they could easily. They'd probably play Damn. So now Damn doesn't hit Svelin. They have to go through my tricksters too. Now even if they play Damn with Overload, it's still my Svelin will still survive. It won't work that way with damage. Like if they dealt 4 damage to everything, because it would lose indestructibility and have a 4 damage on it. But destroy effects that just like say destroy, they happen like all at once, and when it happens, this has indestructibility. Or it is indestructible. Alright, well, I didn't know, like, I thought maybe we might be able to accomplish something. Maybe I should have waited another turn. I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll just block that way. Maybe I shouldn't have. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Irony. I guess we'll go after the courtyard. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have cracked the waterlog. They might be able to remove the giants, but you know. Alright, well I definitely want to play Silvergill. I might play another Solitude. At least I'll gain 2 life then. That'll be fun. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I did bring in Dismember, okay. I can get a 2/2 token out of that with either Repeal or Brazen Borrower. Not bad. Alright, well, let's repeal this. And let's hopefully bait a removal spell on the token that I got. With the Ephemerate, I still get the token, so... Bottom line is we're going to hopefully bait a removal spell. Then I'm going to try to Trickster. And block with that. Alrighty. Yeah, Trickster is a little bit better, so I guess I'll just do this, even though they gain life. He's undying until end of turn. When it dies, turn to battlefield. +1 counter. Okay, but I think if I Trickster it, I think it loses that ability, right? Not 100% sure, but worth a try. Yeah, I think it lost Undying. Sweet. Alright. I guess I gained some life. Uh... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can repeal for 6. Which I just might do. Yeah, I'll do that. In response to the Ephemerate. Alright. Alrighty. They can play it again. Ooh, grief. It's gotta be brazen. It's gotta be brazen, right? I can totally attack with my giant haul. But I don't know if I want to, though. I can take them off of black. That doesn't sound bad at all. Probably have to cycle the Waterlogged Groves. Academe. Academa would die, Academa would die. Oh, no. Yeah. We're gonna repeal that. That's more like it. Alrighty. Choices. 1, 2, 3, 4. I probably have to hold up repeal for 5. So probably this is kind of important. I guess I could dismember. Yeah, you know, I can dismember. Well, I can't, I think, go that much further. What am I even searching for at that point? Alright, so my plan is to dismember the Grief, and then go from there. Go down to 1. The mighty one. Okay, I was hoping they would do that. And if they ephemerate, at least it doesn't equip. And it gains summoning sickness. Malakir Rebirth. Okay. I might brazen borrow it. It could Grief again, but yeah. But they may not have the black cards in hand necessary to support it. I really want to draw. I really want to like draw another Merfolk. There we go. I could play Aether Vial, but maybe I will try to. And the problem is Solitude, but then if they play Grief, they'll just take this thing anyway. I don't know. This one's going to be close. This one is going to be close. Okay, what are they going to take? Aether Vial? I think that's okay. I really do. I could repeal it in response, but I kind of want to just play Brazen Borrower. You know what? I think that's fine too. Yeah. Getting rid of my Silvergill is like not that big of a deal. Alrighty. To hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the Batterskull equip. So I think I'll play this. Play this. Alrighty. Yeah, I think we repeal that. Well, when they attack, I guess. could... We can't repeal the Batter Skull, unfortunately. Alright, I'm gonna blink the Skyclave. Or Scry 2. Works too. Oh, 2 cards on the bottom, that was a good scry. Okay, cycle. Sacrifice. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. It just can't quite do the... Bam, bam, bam. And now they can't grief us anymore. Or they can grief, but they at least won't get insane value out of it. So here's what I can do. If they equip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then I can block and then Brazen Borrow the Batter Skull, which seems like a pretty good use of things. I mean, right? Like, right? What am I missing here? Must have dam or something. Yeah, I thought so. There's no way to make them, yeah. We will definitely do this. Part of me wants to Brazen Borrow, but I think it's better to leave that open. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just don't want to get griefed. That being said, man, this is like, this is a lot. And it does have Ward 3. Well, I don't know. This might be where it's at. They can't target this. Well, I guess they can. They Ward 3, yeah. They can play Solitude. They may have to. Gaining 7 life would be really nice, though. I will definitely take that. I would very much like that. Okay. Hopefully they don't have Ephemerate. Why didn't they exile? I guess they don't mean to gain 7 life. Malachur, Rebirth. Guess. At least I'll gain 7 life. Oh yeah, Ward 3, right? Yeah, Ward 3. Forgot about that. Unfortunately, they're going to get a ton of life off Battle Skull, but maybe I can withstand Judgment. Well, at least if they have to use another Solitude, at least I'll gain enough life to hopefully survive. Down to the wire. Fatal Push would be GG. Solitude would be, not GG, but it would be good for them. So, yep. Okay, I'm going to move this to 3. Alrighty, that helps. Because they're going to have to block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're going to have to block. And it has ward, so I didn't even think about it. Alrighty. Alright. I think that's GG for us because we can return this to their hand. Petty Theft. And we have ward, so unless they play another mana, I think we attack for 7. So, hey, in this game, the Hall of the Storm Giants actually really saved our butts. We'll see, though. I mean, if they play a 3rd mana, then the game is far from over. But if they don't, they could also play a chump blocker, perhaps. I think they need to wait till their main phase. Alright, well, at least we can force a chump block. Oh, maybe not, actually gain 3 life. That's a good option to have. Alrighty. Alright, that's gonna be a good one. We could have actually just played double Brazen Bar end of turn. That might have been better. I like the ward though. I don't know. Yeah, I wish I should have just played double Petty Theft. I mean, double Brazen Bar, because I could have done 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, yeah. Would have been a little bit better. See if they can evoke this. Okay. They can play Charming Prince and equip Better Skull. They can play Charming Prince and equip Better Skull, but we'll force a chump block with Hall. Man, the only reason we're in this game at all is because of Hall of the Giants. This card is actually not as bad as it looks, maybe. I mean, it's almost free, kind of like Den of the Bugbear. And when the game goes like absurdly long, like now, this card really pulls its weight. Put 2 cards on the bottom. Alright, so that's interesting. Because we know they got Solitude, actually. So we can force a chump block. Well, not really, because they'll just Solitude our Hall. We will gain 7 life, though. But then we're going to be in a very so-so situation. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They can't actually play their Solitude, and yeah, they can't actually play their Solitude. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Let's try to force a chump block. If it's Solitude, they can't play Solitude and play the Ward. I'm surprised they didn't attach the Batter Skull to gain some life. Yep, alright, well they can't because of Ward. Man, down to the wire. I have to block with the Mutavault. This does not have flying. Nope. Now, the Hall of the Giants might be on blocking duty now. Yep, they're on blocking duty now. What an insane grindy game. It's like the grind fest of all grind fests. That's probably the best possible card they could have drawn. At least I can still play the Mutavault. Well, at least this thing will be able to block Caldera. Yeah, unfortunately this will get exiled, it won't actually kill it, so... Jeez, that was a close game. I don't know, is this like Is this even game 3? I don't even know. This might be game 2, right? I don't know. I can't remember. I can't even remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I got one more turn of chump blocking and stuff. There's definitely that one turn that I could have just played the Brazen Borrowers instead of tried to go for the attack for 7. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know. I can't tell if this is the last game or not. I don't remember. Alright, it's not. Wow. Well, we're ahead on the clock, so... Okay, this is crazy. The games have never... I've never, like, had a game go this long, I don't think. This is nutso. Maybe I will play Counterspell. I mean, if the games are going this long... Like, Trickster can be good, but maybe... Maybe, yeah, Counterspell. Chalice on 1 could also be good, but that does mess with our repeals. They've got like 1,000,001 ways to deal with Chalice on 1, so let's just, yeah. So let's see this craziness. Craziness. Alrighty. I mean, I'll keep. I'm on the play, so Counterspell on the play is pretty good. Mulligan to 6. You'd love to see it. Turn off auto yields. Alright. All of the Storm Giant. There we go. Hey, I mean, it didn't win us the game that game, but I mean, like, it was definitely fighting the good fight as far as like mana flood goes. I mean, like, there was literally, think about it, like, without this, like, what else could we have possibly done? I'd rather not. Alrighty. Alright, let's play Brazen Borrower in a turn, if they don't do anything. Persist. I think, again, I'd rather not. Persist is a weird card. I didn't know they were a Reanimator deck. Alright. Alright. Let's see. I mean, I'm gonna try to just, you know, repeal my Brazen Borrower if they remove it. That's what I think I'm interested in. Try to cycle. I probably should have cycled on my turn. Yeah, let's repeal this. Pretty sweet. Yeah, that's fine, but it's still gonna go back to my hand. Alright. Alrighty. I think I can Brazen Borrow and play the Borrower. Yeah, I'll do that before they can, like, Ephemerate or anything. Mess me up. Let's play this another turn. Alrighty. I could play Svelin, but I'm a little bit worried. I'll compromise and I'll play Master. Next turn I can play Svelin because it'll play around Dam, which is the biggest worry I'm concerned about. If they go after this, that's fine. Okay. Alright, well I'll try to turn this. Alright, nice. Alright. Alright, it is what it is. I really want to tag this thing somehow. Alrighty. My clock is not as far ahead as it was before. We shall see. Alright, so they're going to let me tag the Silent Clearing. Alright. Gotta do this now or for hold my peace. All of the Storm Giants. Gotta place Phelan. And I think I'm gonna hold up Mutavault to make it indestructible. And to cycle Lonely Sandbar in a turn if they don't play Dam. Which I don't think they'll play Dam because they'll kill their Sweet Maws. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. If they would have gone after Svelin. I can very easily make this indestructible. Yeah, there we go. There's my indestructible fishies. I can also attack with the giant. Checking with giant sounds good, but I want to make my Svelin indestructible. I can cut them off of black again, or white. Because of ward they can't, unless they have Solitude. Okay, well that's fine. But again, ward. Yeah, I can't go after any particular color. Because maybe I'll draw another land. Or this. I think I can wait till next turn. I don't need to play the Aether Vial. Down to the wire. Down to the wire, as they say. Alright. I'll take... I might want to brazen borrow the Shriekmaw. We shall see. But then if they evoke, it could be a problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold up the indestructibility. Alright, let's see. That helps with the indestructibility. Let's just go da-da-da. Let's see. I could see the basic goes on to be able to move 2, 2, 3. This way, even if they remove this, no, if they remove this, yeah, they have to remove both. I don't know if they can remove both. I don't know, but I've still got a blocker, so maybe we're okay. Well, I don't know. So ward. We're gonna need some ward. We're gonna need some ward. Well, okay, ward 1. They can't. Oh yeah, no, they can't block. I see. They can block. Can block now. I see how it works. Well, they go down to 1. And I get another. Unfortunately, fear. I don't know, man. This is down to the wire. I can kill my Svelan. I think with our Brazen Borrow we could have won, but we're gonna win on time for sure. And obviously, I think if I attacked with the Mutavault, that would have been game 2. Oh man, what an insane... Oh, okay, I think this one's definitely going up. What an insane game that was. Alright, 4-1. I mean, you know, it'd be nice to trophy again with Merfolk, but maybe I'm going to call it. Maybe that's about as good as we're going to get for a while. Oh. Oh. Alright. Well, alright. What a league. Okay, cool stuff. Alright, post-league wrap-up. Okay. So, what's the takeaway here? Well, I mean, well, what a crazy game that was against the Grief deck in that last round. I mean, that was utterly and completely insane. You know, Hall of the Storm Giants, it's not necessarily clear in that last game Hall of the Storm Giants would have won us the game. It was becoming an option very, very quickly. It almost enabled us to win that second game. At the very least, it prolonged that second game to the point where we were pretty much assured to win on time. I do think we had game 3 on a lock even without time. It looked like that for sure. If we would have just attacked with the Mutavault, plus we had the Brazen Borrowers ready to swoop in. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I don't know. Like, this card is just pretty free. I don't know what to say. Like, I'm definitely going to explore it some more. It's surprisingly free. Like, you know, the thing is, I tried Memorial to Genius, which I immediately compared this to, and like I almost never use that ability on Memorial to Genius, but you know, there is something to be said though that this doesn't come into play tapped a good amount of time, whereas Memorial to Genius always comes into play tapped. I guess in some ways you could compare this to Castle Vantress, but unlike Castle Vantress, I just feel like attacking with a 7/7 is just potentially a lot stronger. Anyway, our only loss was against Blue-Red Delver. I've been able to beat that deck in the past. It could be tricky. I mean, obviously, if they've got all the answers to the Chalice, that can be a problem, but But honestly, like a lot of times Relic is actually even better, because even if they try to remove it, you can draw a card. I don't know. Like I've definitely beat that a fair amount of the time. It just seemed like we were getting really, really mana flooded. I mean, like it's very unusual to draw like 4 or 5 islands in like the top 20 cards, and we only have 6 islands in our deck. I mean, it can happen, but that's like, I'm still gonna say this deck basically never mana floods. Obviously, that game shows it's still possible, but I mean, come on, with only like 8 actual lands that have minimal or no utility, because like, you know, and sometimes Minamo is just insane utility, like against the Storm deck. Yeah, you know, look, I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna twist myself in a bunch that we didn't beat the Delver deck. I think we're still doing pretty good. Yeah, I think we can definitely explore this a little more. Hall of the Storm Giants, surprisingly serviceable. Lonely Sandbar, also surprisingly serviceable. I mean, playing like 16 hard utility lands with 24 lands really helps to mitigate both Mana Screw and Mana Flood. You gotta, I did like that. That actually surprised me. I don't know. We'll see. Let's keep it up. Let's see how the rest goes. Like and subscribe if you like this content. Hope you do. And yeah, hope you're enjoying the new mic too. I noticed that I think there's a little tiny bit of noise sometimes. I think that's when I move away from the mic. I think when I pull the mic away, since it's a dynamic mic, I think it starts to pick up like more background noise. So I apologize for that. I think if I, you know, get the hang of keeping the mic closer to my mouth at all times, I think that's going to solve that problem. But I think we can all agree that that even that little bit of noise, I mean, I think it's way better than what it was before. So yeah, but you know, I think that's something that will mostly be taken care of when I just remember to hold the mic closer anyway. Well, anyway, this has been fun. Let's see how this goes. Love to have some new content recorded with the new mic. Let's see. All right, take care, everyone.